Going straight over to Mike. Mike to Mike. And we'll get things underway. But really good to see all of you back.
All right. So actually for Silicon Valley, this is still dressed up. Look at what my son wears to Google, and it's like what I used to change into when I came home from school to go out and play. But actually, and Graham's necktie was a rental. He had to return it at 6 o'clock last night. So anyway, did everybody here receive an email invitation to an event being hosted tomorrow at Bossa Nova? This is a robotics company that actually has autonomous robotic systems in the field in your local Target or Walmart, trying to keep order, I guess. But pretty amazing technology. So they've invited us to a reception at their test and assembly facility, which I understand is marginally near the airport. It's not downtown here, but so for people heading back to the airport tomorrow, if you have time, I think this reception goes from 9 to 11 in the morning. And we do want to just try to give them a head count so they can kind of figure out how many people. We've got about 23, 24 signed up now. If you would like to go and you haven't RSVP'd, please just do that so we can get them an accurate head count. And but it should be a lot of fun. It should be interesting. You can see the robots in action, get a demonstration, see some of the assembly and test facility as well. So so that could be good fun. So again, if you don't have an RSVP, if you don't have that in your email and you'd like to go, just let me know and we'll just add it to the count. So it's not a big deal, but want to give them the courtesy of some numbers. Okay, thanks. Mike to Mike.
Thank you. Okay, so I have a half hour scheduled on the agenda, and I'm not going to use much of that at all. I thought we would just recap a little bit from yesterday. We got a lot of interesting outcomes from the two panels. I would like to follow up with the panelists today, if possible, if you have some free time. I thought Jen's panel, how we can work better with industry and what types of vehicles we need to enable those partnerships. We heard three things that I thought were very interesting. John Thornton, are you still here? So John is the CEO of Astrobotic, and he mentioned a program out of, I think it was Catalyst, was the HEO program. SMD is not doing those types of public-private partnerships. Human exploration, part of the agency is. So that was a takeaway that I had. In fact, there were three procurement mechanisms. There was the public-private partnerships, the prizes and challenges, and also the other one was BAAs, which we also are not accustomed to doing. So that might be a topic of conversation for the program managers in SMD to see if we might want to consider using those types of vehicles. The other panel, there's a lot of technical outcomes, and I'd like to maybe follow up with Steve and some of the other people, and Terry. I have a whole list of things, and they need to be summarized a little bit better. So if you guys have some time today, I'd like to do that. Okay, so going forward, we're going to the breakout sessions today. Today is a roll up the sleeves and get some work done kind of day. And again, just to follow up what we're trying to, we went over the DRMs and what they are and what we kind of expect from them. When you craft these DRMs, again, try to think outside the box. We're talking about missions that are no earlier than 2030. It takes us a long time to plan missions and to get the technologies ready. So don't think today, think tomorrow, think down the road. So bold missions, think where the technologies might be years down the road. Computing today versus computing 12 or 13 years from now at least, and what capabilities that might enable. So it really, you just free your mind. We don't have to worry about budgets or anything like that today. This is a day to just kind of be free. That's right, yeah, unfortunately. So we also mentioned yesterday the outcomes. We're planning to do a series of white papers that would be compiled into a proceedings document. We're also planning a session at AGU in San Francisco for the 3 of the 4 divisions and possibly AIAA for the astrophysics. In the interest of not trying to make this a work generation activity, I think I will have some of the contractors at headquarters write the white papers for you if you could simply compile good notes. If you can take meaningful notes, and you will have students. There will be, these are professional, these are PhD level students in each of the DRM breakout sessions. You can use them mercilessly to get these notes taken. I'm just kidding. These are professionals who I think will help out a lot. So if you can just capture the notes as thoroughly as possible, if you're using the whiteboards and the easels, take images and send us the material, and we'll go ahead and we'll compile the white papers for you. Assuming we can, I don't think it'll be a problem. We'll get the contractors to compile that. We will need help. We'll probably have to do some iterations on that. We can't just do that in isolation. But if we have your help in that, we'll go ahead and do the white papers. There's an evening event that if anyone is planning on leaving early, don't. We have, and I don't want to call it a drone demo. I'm going to have David Wettergreen describe it, but this is something that I don't think you want to miss. So.
Yeah, so I think we're in for a real treat. Nathan Michael is one of the faculty members here who runs the Reliable Autonomous Systems Lab. So you might have seen a year or so ago some amazing YouTube videos of groups of drones flying through windows and down tunnels and things like that. So I understand we're going to see something like 30 drones. Oh, God, I'm not supposed to say drones. 30, yes, 30 unmanned autonomous vehicles flying simultaneously, working together. We're going to see another demonstration outside of high-speed mapping. They're going to do slaloming through columns and things like that. So it should be pretty exciting. Hopefully everyone can stick around till 5:30 to see that. It's going to be just in the building next door, and as I said, it should be pretty amazing.
Great. And thank you very much for scheduling that for us. We really appreciate it. Tomorrow's event, which is sponsored by the SETI Institute, is separate from this workshop. Is also, I talked to the gentleman from Bossa Nova at the Tuesday evening icebreaker we had at Astrobotic, and that was a lot about algorithms and software. It was, I think that's going to be a very interesting, it's not just robots. So a lot of, I think, applications for us. That's really all I had. Florence is going to get up later and give more specific instructions for the DRMs. Is there any other questions or any follow-up from yesterday that you'd like to bring up? Okay, good. Then we're going to